Good evening, my friends. How you doing? It's your friend Phil here, project management trainer and coach. I thought I would come on really quick for a touch point just to see how you're doing and see if you've got any questions for me. Now I've got a fan in the background because it is crazily hot in Arizona. I think we got up to 110 this afternoon, or 114, something ridiculous. So you hear the fan in the background. I'm just trying to maximize my ability to keep cool. What is the temperature where you are? I think the temperature right now, according to the Google boys, they claim it's 115 degrees centigrade. Isn't that crazy? 115 degrees. That's warm. Or should I say hot? Crazily hot. A lot of people can't survive that temperature. Very, very hot indeed. So anyway, the reason for me being here is to touch base with you and find out how you're doing and make sure your prep is coming along well. How is your prep coming along? Are you hot and heavy like the temperature behind me? 115 degrees. Let's take a look at that crazy temperature. 115. That's sick. No wonder I'm drinking tons of these and tons of these. And these. Very, very hot in Arizona. It's not even funny. But how's your prep coming along? I am curious to know how your PMP journey is proceeding. That is the purpose for me being here. If you would like some dialogue, you'd like me to answer some questions for you, I'd love to do that. But we're going to have to communicate. Sender, receiver models. Push, pull, interactive. I don't know, which one are we on? It seems like I'm just pushing out the information. I'm not getting some exchange here. This is not interactive, folks. Come on, interact with your friend Phil. Tell him a thing or two about your day, about your PMP prep, about your crazy stakeholders. You got any crazy stakeholders? Troublesome stakeholders. Any conversation is welcome. And if there ain't no conversation, I'm gonna hop off in a second. So keep the convo coming. Any questions about the PMP exam that you would like me to answer for you? I would love to do that if you've got questions. But if not, that's all right. Maybe I'll ask you the questions. Maybe I should ask you a few questions from my earned value gig bag. How about that? A few questions on earned value. Let's do some earned value games here. So, you take a look at my screen here. I'm showing you some paper planes. Well, they're meant to be paper. You'll see them in a second. These are meant to be paper planes. Right here. Taking a look at these paper planes, if my planned value for each plane is $10 to build each plane, what is my earned value if I've built 3 planes at time X? Would you happen to know that? What's my earned value at time X? Do you know? Maybe you guys are too good for these cheap questions I'm throwing at you. You're probably wondering, what kind of question is that? That's too easy. Well, in the world of earned value, you know your planned value for each of these planes is going to be $10. So if you've built 3, right? Your planned value for those three would have been 30, and your earned value would also be 30. The question would be, what would the actual cost be on the question? But I'm curious, other than earned value, because a lot of people say I've got an earned value question to ask, maybe something else is the trouble. Let's take a look at this slide. You can see that in this scenario, I've got my planned value for each plane at $50 for each plane. My actual cost, it varies, see? So if someone asked you, let's say you get done with 3 planes by day 3, what is your CPI? Can you answer that one? You get done with 3 planes by day 3. What is your CPI? It seems like no one wants to communicate the answers tonight, so I have to do it myself. I'm going to do one question and then I'm going to hop off here. Alright, so the planned value for all of these days is 50, right? So if that's the case, it means that our earned value, anytime we get one of these planes done, is going to be 50. So I'm just going to change this here to 50 all the way. So we get 50 for that plane, 50 for that plane, and 50 for this one. So if the question was, at day 3, what is your CPI? You know what you got to do? You got to add these all up. 50 plus 50 plus 50. You get a total of 150, like that. And then your actual cost, you got to total these first 3. So the 60, the 40, and the 70. And this would be a total of 170, your actual cost at day 3, right? Total AC would be 170. Don't forget your $sign. Hey, that's how they get people on the exam. You want to put in your $sign. See? And this would be your total EV up here. And to calculate your CPI, it would just be your 150 divided by 170. So I'll just write it here for anyone following along. CPI is equal to 150 divided by 170. That's how you do these problems, folks. You got to find what they're talking about, convert it into sensible terms, sensible numbers, and the rest becomes easy. So let me whip out my calculator. I definitely can't try that on the exam. I've got to use the calculator they give me. In fact, they would have searched me and used the wand and all that stuff at the test center. So the answer to this is 0.88. 0.88. Yep, that would be the answer. So one of the tips I have for you guys, on the exam, what will happen is you will likely get some trickery, and they're quite fond of doing this, where they ask you a question, the CPI is 0.88, you'll see 0.88, but you'll see a $sign in front of the 0.88. You got to be careful you don't fall into those traps, currency traps, just some bogus metric trap, where you've got a dollar sign instead of no dollar sign, because CPI is an index. Anytime you're dealing with indices, SPI, CPI, TCPI, you're not going to see any metric in front of it, like a dollar sign or some other thing, because they cancel out, you know. The dollar sign will cancel out from the EV and the PV, or the EV and the AC, depending on what you're doing. Well, that's the little tip I had for you guys today. Do you have any questions, any other questions I can answer for you? Because I thought I'd converse with you about earned value, but it seems like everyone knows earned value. So there are not that many questions. Is there anything that's been, you know, kind of making you think a little bit in the world of the PMI that I can answer for you? Questions, woes, comments, concerns. Because I usually have these touch points every few weeks. So now would be a good time for me to answer any questions you have. You know, my target is to be able to do at least one of these touch points with people who are tuned into the channel. You know. Comments, concerns, moans, groans, and woes. Alright, in the absence of that, I want to give you guys a reminder. And the reminder is that on the pmsucceeds.com website, if you guys want to take a fantastic virtual training course, you need to go to pmsucceed.com, register, tell your management. If your management can't pay for this course, my goodness, you need to hold them accountable. Hey, you want me to be a good PM, but you don't want to send me for training? Telling you, there's training out there. So jokes apart, come for this training if you're getting ready for the exam and you feel like you've hit a brick wall and it's difficult, and you feel you need some live engagement from a live instructor. You want to be on this course. It's going to be like really heavy. Going to be bringing some really deep subject matter out to discuss. We're going to make sure the ITTOs are ironed out completely. All of those gremlins hiding on page 686, you know what I'm talking about, the grouped and ungrouped tools and techniques. We're going to iron them out very firmly. So that's going to be in the course, you know, and then you're going to get some great study aids and materials and book and stuff. So if you're looking, you're still deciding, should I go for that course, hey, don't waste time. I'm telling you, no one's going to bring it. No one's going to kill it. No one's going to slay it on your behalf like I will. So you want to sign up for that training, folks. Don't go waste your $2,000, $1,000. No. This is the real deal, you know. Our slogan is real world project management. We're going to make it real. So you got questions, you got dialogue, the things you want to discuss, real world, how to apply this stuff to your real world while getting the PMBOK guide to pay off in your exam prep. You know, you need to come to this course. Don't even waste time. Sign up, all right? The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that we have the Savage on Saturday group. And we've had a handful of smart folks have jumped on the bandwagon, because this group, when it's open, that's when you want to join in. It doesn't stay open for too long. It doesn't. You know, it was open before, but then it went into secret mode because we're trying to get people certified. Now we've got a bunch of bosses, PMPs, you know, people who got, you know, one of our bosses, VJ, got CAPM certified, and he said, I'm going to amp this thing up. Within 4 weeks, took the bull by the horns, killed the real exam. It's now PMP Balls. That's what it's all about. So if you are looking for some assistance, some motivation, you want to be on this group, because I've got an army of people who are certified who can help you if you have questions, you see. So this is the group to be on. Don't waste your time joining all these groups that claim, you know, that they've got it down. No, they don't, because they've got a lot of spam and junk, and I mean, every post is so irritating. You're like, why on earth are you selling to me for the 99th time this same program? I don't want to join. You know, groups like that where everything is spam, ridiculous. This is the group you want to join. I guarantee you, we ain't going to spam you. No spam, no fluff, no dandruff. We just keep it real and give it to you like it is. So please join the group for your own good. If you're a PMP to beat, and you want to be in the company of people that have been there, done that, and you want some special perks, that will only be made available to group members, you want to join the group. It's called Savage on Saturday. Someone says, Phil, how do I get there? Go to savageonsaturday.com. savageonsaturday.com. That's where you want to be, okay? Go to that group, and you'll be extremely glad that you did, all right? So, one more time before I hop off, is there anything you would like me to address, discuss, marinate over with you? Maybe you're thinking of taking the exam and you don't know whether to pull the trigger. Are you on the sidelines wondering? I can help you make up your mind pretty quick. I'll remind you what happened to me, my PMP journey trying to get certified. I was wondering, what am I going to do? Should I take the exam? Should I not? And my boss said, no, don't take it. Waste of time, waste of money. You cannot replace my experience with a piece of paper. Basically told me don't do it. And I almost listened to him, almost. I was at the verge of almost not doing it. But I just decided, no, I can't stay like this forever. I'm going to take the exam. So I took the exam. I ended up leaving that company, thank goodness. And since I left the company, my salary level went up 300%. The moment I left the company, then I took the exam, I started getting offers. Offers that I could have only dreamt about. Offers that enabled me do what I didn't even think I could do in terms of the Benjamins. Didn't know. But when I got certified, amazing. Interview after interview, opportunity after opportunity. If I compare my interviews after I got certified to my interviews before I got certified, they're like night and day. I would go into an interview, I would knock it out of the parks. So far that I would get an interview, a second interview to come and be a finalist. And there were a few I had to turn down, but ultimately my salary level went up big time, going towards 400%. Isn't that crazy? So I don't know if you've ever had that experience. One certification makes a world of difference. So the PMP is definitely one that you want to think about. Don't even let anyone brainwash you like my boss tried to brainwash me. Hey, don't take the PMP. It's a waste of time. That piece of paper that such and such says they have, I'm glad I didn't listen. I'm glad I went full throttle, took the PMP, went for seconds, went for the RMP, went for the SP, went for the CAPM, went for the OPM3, went for the ACP, and I'm still going at it, still taking other certifications, Prince 2, the Microsoft Project Certification, MCTS, such and such, ITIL, name it. That's the way to do it, folks. You got to stay relevant. Speaking of staying relevant, you want to stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to share with you a story about how buddy Phil, as at 6 a.m. this morning, I was not a PMP at 6 a.m. this morning. I'm serious. You want to stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to be sharing with you how your buddy Phil was not a PMP at 6 a.m. this morning. But that will be for another day. So thank you very much for joining. I look forward to seeing you on another of these touch points. Remember, no question is off limits, all right? I'll take your question right now, here and now. Hey, it's 7:25, 4:20 p.m. Just in case you're wondering, oh, that's a pre-record. No, it's not. This is live. It's as live as it gets. It's 4:20 Arizona time, same as Pacific time, and 7:20 Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to chat in, giving you one more opportunity to chat in your question, I would be more than happy to answer anything about the book. Nothing is off limits. This is an offer. Hey, I wish I had this offer when I was getting ready for my PMP. I wish someone said, hey, yeah. All right, I think I'm back on. I've been having a few streaming issues. So I'm sorry if you chatted in and I'm responding very slow. I've been having a few streaming issues here. That's why you see me moving very, very slowly. But I think our friend RDH just chatted something in. Let's see what RDH chatted in. RDH said, I was not a student of yours, but just wanted to let you know that your videos helped a great deal. I just passed the exam, and it was a lot like Nick mentioned on your live stream. Hey RDH, well thank you very much for chatting that in. It's always a pleasure to hear from anyone who was on the journey, and anyone who watches this channel, is really a student of ours, even though they may not have been in a class and paid for a course. But hey, education is just what it is, sharing of information, useful information. So I appreciate that, RDH. Why don't you do me a favor? I've got something I want to send you, all right? I want to send you my MP3 set. It's titled Life After the PMP Exam. I want to send that to you. It's going to set you on the right trajectory for success. So why don't you shoot us an email, support@praizion.com, and when we get that email, we will send you Life After the PMP Exam. Because I don't want to send you flashcards, RDH. You don't need those anymore. What you need is something that can help you on your journey as a PMP. So thank you very much for chatting in. Appreciate it. And anyone else that has questions, oh, you're already taking that mock exam. Well, have fun. I've chatted in the information down below. And I want to say a thank you for those of you who joined. RDH, thank you for chatting in. Hey, if you are looking, I've said it a million times. I know I'm in broken record mode. But if you're looking for training for the PMP exam, two things you need to do. First of all, go to the free group. Go to savageonsaturday.com. Join the group. Join it. If you are getting ready for the exam, there's a plethora of PMPs that can help you. That's one. The second thing that I would advise you to do is go to pmsucceed.com. If you're looking for virtual training, some people are looking for virtual instruction from a great instructor like yours truly. At least my students tell me that. So go to pmsucceed.com, sign up for the program, and as usual, it's a free forum, a free platform. If you have questions, I want to know your questions because I know they'll help me. I know your questions are going to give me a double take, make me think about this guide. I like the dialogue. No question about the PMBOK guide is off limits. Maybe your argument is, Phil, PMBOK guide is garbage. I want to know why. Send me a chat. And we can have a discussion about what is not garbage. But thank you all very much. Appreciate your followership, being on the channel, sharing the channel. Hey, if you're watching this channel, share it on social media. Twitter, Facebook, share it on your YouTube, your Snap, your Snapchat, your Gmail, Google Plus, whatever they call it. I'm losing track of all these things. It's funny. There's so many of them. Share it on your MySpace. Oh, sorry. I forgot. You shut down your account, did you? I've still got mine. Still got my MySpace. But anyway, jokes apart, I'm going to hop off for now, folks. Thank you very much for joining, and I look forward to speaking to you on another touch point. It's your forum, so come prepared. Bye for now.